Now, it is my pleasure to present this year's Excellence in Municipal Government Award. And as I understand it, nobody knows who this is yet, so I get to announce it. I'm very pleased. The winner of this year's Excellence in Municipal Government Award is very familiar to this group because this person has been a leader in so many areas for over a decade. Like all of you, this person has made a personal commitment to continuously improve the quality of life and economic well-being of the people this person serves. Also, like all of you, this person is committed to listening to fellow citizens, being responsive to them, and making decisions only after weighing the impacts and costs to all the taxpayers. Historians judge presidents and governors by how well they create positive surprises and how well they respond to negative surprises. And it's the same with municipal leaders. This year's winner has excelled in both areas, especially in responding to a huge negative surprise that started with the phone calls that several of us received on May 24th. This year's winner took charge of the situation, marshaling and deploying resources immediately, but also trusted and empowered those involved. During the crisis and in the daily work of being a mayor, the actions for this year's winner gave us an excellent demonstration of what the word leadership is all about. As a mayor and a full-time employee elsewhere, this person juggled and completed many, many responsibilities, all the while working in her regular job for a very, very demanding boss. And I know her boss is very demanding because I'm her boss. Our Excellence in South Dakota Municipal Government Award winner this year, and I have nothing to do with it, but I applaud the choice, is Mayor Laurie Gill of Pierre. Please come forward.
Thank you all so much. I have to say a few things about this. As you know, we are all of you in the room know that we are all just a moment away from a disaster. It could happen to any of us. And the phone call that we were talking about, we were just talking about that at my table because I happen to have the notes with me that were in my folder that I came to this conference with, the notes from that meeting on the 24th. And I had them and was showing them to the staff of the city of Pierre. And at that time, we were told that something was going to be happening and the waters were going to be rising. We didn't know how bad it was going to be because that information changed over the next few days. But we knew the water was going to be up and we were going to have to do something. And at that point, the Emergency Operations Center was being activated and there were many things that were happening. But you know, looking back at this, it isn't over yet. I'll be dealing with this for years to come. But looking back, I consider what's happened so far a success, and that is twofold. First, when we heard those waters were going to be going up, we started to think, well, will we or will we not need levees? And that was a thing that was written at the top of my notes was levees, ? And we soon learned that we were going to have to get levees built, and it was going to have to be in a matter of days. And so we ended up doing that. We got it done, and those levees held, and they held back the river waters. So that's one success. The other thing was that through all of this, through all the days that we had all that activity going on in Pierre, we had no major injuries or fatalities, and that was a huge success. So just those two things alone, we were successful. We could not have done all of this without everybody working together. And Mayor Mike has already mentioned that we all have to work together to do things. And in our instance, it was fighting a disaster. And first of all, the state was there. Thank you, Governor, to everything that you did in your leadership. The state was there to provide the resources that we needed very quickly to do what we did. So I'm thankful for that. And the City of Pierre employees, you guys were top-notch. Leon Schockenmeyer, our city administrator, without the caliber of people that we had and the structure that we had in place with the directors and everybody chipping in and doing whatever they needed to, we wouldn't have been able to do this. You guys are great. And then the rest of you. I've had people coming up to me this entire conference so far talking about their experience when they were in Pierre sandbagging or helping. There's a lot of people here that did it. There are a lot of folks in here that are part of municipalities that helped. I had calls, offers for resources for people continuously. So you know who you are. Thank you so much. And since then, when we're doing cleanup and restoration, I have asked for assistance from municipalities, and you have sent crews, you have sent equipment to help us get things ready for the winter as the water's going down. So once again, it takes everybody, and this is what South Dakota is all about. It's a great place to be. I couldn't have done this without all of you. I'm very honored for this award. It's certainly not how most people get awards, but working with disasters, but thank you so much. I'm very honored. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations, Laurie. At this time, we're going to prepare to present certificates for this year's inductees into the South Dakota Municipal League Hall of Fame for those that have served 20 years or more in municipal government. While we're getting set up to do that, I do want to take a minute and thank our sponsors for today's luncheon. I know some of those folks are here. There are two prime sponsors for our luncheon today. They do work hard all year long, keeping your money safe. I see the folks here from First National Bank in Sioux Falls. They work the investment program for the South Dakota Public Assurance Alliance. I don't know if is someone here from Bank West Trust Department as well? They do the investment services for the South Dakota Municipal League Workers' Compensation Fund. So please join me in thanking them for a great luncheon today. This is a program that started last year to create a municipal hall of fame. We had quite a number of inductees last year. Again, these are folks that have dedicated 20 years or more of service to city government here in South Dakota, and we do have a number of them. You've got a list in your brochure at your table. If those folks are here today, we'd be happy to have them come up as I read their name, and they'll be presented with a certificate. If they're not here, if someone from their community would see Carrie afterwards, they can get their certificate from Carrie. So with that, I will read off the names, and if you're here and you hear your name, please come up and Becky and Elaine will see that you get your certificate. From the city of Arlington, Melissa Fuhr, Regine Lohan, Terry Robotham, and Todd Wilkinson. I should apologize up front for if I mispronounce anybody's name. I'm sure I'll mispronounce several as we go through here. From the city of Belle Fourche, Stephen Nafis. From the city of Clear Lake, Mike Ehlers. From the city of Deadwood, James Lee and Charles Quenzer. From Fulton, Kay Miller. From the city of Groton, Dwight Zur. We have several from the city of Huron, Larry Cooper, Lance Loban, Brenda Mann, and Dennis Uphoff. We have several from the city of Menno, Roger Heckenlabely, Mark Hento, and Frederick Saylor. We have quite a number from the city of Mitchell. Daryl Allen, Leon Baer, Jerry Kane, Douglas Deegan, Mark Eliason, Dick Figland, Craig Fierst, David Gross, Marlene Haynes, Becky Handrahan, Deborah Hanson-Sudbeck, Jacqueline Hess, Mark Hinker, LaJean Johns, Billy Kelly, Troy Kokesh, Charlie Kreitlau, Cynthia Minen, David Muck, Patrick Olson, Ronald Olson, Lyndon Overweg, Anthony Pally, Michael Parrish, Richard Polrees, Brian Schrank, Kevin Thurman, Arlen Tietz, Morris Tietze, Richard Van Overscheld, Laurie Wagner, Richard Waldera, William Whitstruck, and James Zwigger. Those are from Mitchell. From the city of Parkston, David Hoffman. From the city of Rapid City, Steve Allender, Dave Ebright, Jackie Gary, Charlene Mitchell, Charlene Smith, Lon Van Duzen, and Angelique Weeks. From Timberlake, Norman Heeb. From Volga, Steve Meyer. And from Wall, Stan Anderson. Please join me in giving all of these folks a nice round of applause.